She believed herself untouchable, a force that no one could challenge, feared and admired by everyone who crossed her path. Every move she made exuded confidence, every glance commanded attention, and every action reminded the world that she was untouchable until a single human dared to step into her domain. This human seemed ordinary at first glance, overlooked by everyone else, blending into the shadows, while observing her every move, with calm precision. Little did she know that his patience, focus, and hidden skill would turn her world upside down in an instant. In this video, we're about to witness the collision of arrogance and quiet strength. The moment where her confidence meets an unexpected challenge, and the instant her carefully constructed invincibility is shattered. From the first subtle interaction to the shocking moment he pins her against the wall. We'll explore how overconfidence can blind even the strongest, and how one underestimated human can change the game entirely. As the tension builds, every glance, every step, every breath counts, drawing us closer to the pivotal encounter that will redefine everything she thought she knew about herself and her untouchable power. By the end of this journey, you'll understand that even the seemingly invincible can be caught off guard, and that true strength often lies in the unexpected. She walked into every room with an aura of dominance, a presence so commanding that people instinctively stepped aside. Her reputation was legendary. No one dared challenge her, and those who tried quickly learned the cost of defiance. Confidence radiated from every gesture, every word, every smirk, reinforcing her belief that she was untouchable. Her successes had become her armor, and her arrogance a shield that seemed impenetrable. She thrived on the fear she inspired, enjoying the sense of control that came from always being the strongest, the fastest, the smartest. Yet, hidden behind her confidence was a flaw she could never see, the assumption that no one could ever truly match her. It was this overconfidence, this blind spot, that made her vulnerable. The world had trained her to dominate, but it had not prepared her for the unexpected. The quiet human who observed patiently, waiting for the perfect moment to test her limits. From the shadows, he watched her every movement, unnoticed by everyone around. Where others were intimidated, he remained calm, observing her patterns, her strengths, and her weaknesses. His presence was quiet, but deliberate, each action calculated to avoid detection while gathering insight. Unlike anyone else, he did not react with fear or admiration. He simply analyzed. He understood her reputation but refused to be swayed by it. Every step she took, every word she spoke, provided him with information, shaping his approach. To the world, he seemed ordinary, inconspicuous, a background figure. But his mind was sharp, his reflexes honed, and his patience unmatched. He did not need to prove himself to her or anyone else. When the time came, he would act with precision. Until then, he waited, silent and invisible, the calm eye in the storm of her dominance, ready to strike when her arrogance created the perfect opening. Every encounter became a subtle test of wills, though she didn't realize it. Her overconfidence made her reckless, allowing him to predict her moves before she even executed them. Conversations carried hidden signals. Glances exchanged held unspoken challenges. She assumed superiority at every turn, smiling condescendingly, never imagining that someone could truly challenge her. Meanwhile, he analyzed and adapted, measuring her speed, her reactions, her strategies. The tension grew, a silent clash existing before a single touch. Every small interaction heightened anticipation, building toward a confrontation that neither could avoid forever. She remained unaware, convinced her untouchable status would remain unchallenged. Yet the air was thick with unspoken potential, the calm before the storm. Slowly, imperceptibly, the stage was being set for a moment that would redefine power and control. The moment arrived quietly, almost imperceptibly, as their paths finally intersected. She approached with confidence, expecting the usual deference, the usual fear. He met her gaze steadily, unflinching, a subtle smirk suggesting he knew exactly what he was doing. She laughed lightly, mocking his calmness, unaware of the precision behind every movement. The space between them became charged, a battle of presence, anticipation, and instinct. His actions were measured, deliberate, designed to exploit her overconfidence. She underestimated him, assuming her reputation alone would intimidate him. But in that instant, the rules shifted. Her untouchable status was tested for the first time. The encounter was brief yet monumental, a silent exchange that hinted at the storm to come. The collision of arrogance and unexpected skill. It happened faster than she could react. A sudden movement, precise and controlled, and he pinned her against the wall. Shock registered on her face as the world she believed she controlled crumbled in an instant. The human's calm strength contrasted sharply with her surprise and disbelief. Every second stretched, her heart racing, as she realized her invincibility was an illusion. He held her effortlessly, a living reminder that perception and reality were often very different. The moment was electric, charged with tension, humiliation, and awe. She could feel the power shift, her confidence shaken for the first time. In a single, perfectly executed move, her untouchable persona was fractured. The human had proven that patience, precision, and intelligence could overcome brute dominance and arrogance. As she struggled, disbelief replaced anger. Her mind raced, trying to understand what had just happened. Everything she believed about herself, her skill, her dominance, her untouchable status was suddenly questioned. For the first time, she felt vulnerable, powerless, and exposed. The human didn't boast, didn't gloat. He simply remained steady, emphasizing the shift in control. This calm, silent confidence contrasted with her panic, forcing her to reassess her assumptions. She realized that strength is not always visible, that patience and intelligence can overcome raw power. Her ego, once impenetrable, was cracked. She had underestimated the unexpected, and now she understood the lesson. No one is truly untouchable. The dynamic between them had irrevocably changed. She no longer dominated the interaction. He set the terms. Her movements were cautious, her confidence tempered with new respect. The balance of power had shifted subtly but unmistakably. He had revealed that observation, patience, and strategy could neutralize even the most formidable opponent. Her previous arrogance gave way to humility, a recognition of skill where she had assumed inferiority. Each interaction afterward carried tension, as she reconsidered every assumption she had made about herself and others. The human, once overlooked, became the controlling force in their encounters. The lesson was clear: perception is fragile, and dominance can be challenged by unexpected intelligence. In the aftermath, she reflected on what had transpired. Her invincibility had been an illusion, a product of fear and reputation rather than reality. She recognized that true strength lies not in arrogance or intimidation, but in adaptability, patience, and strategy. The human had proven that underestimated individuals can change the course of any interaction. Their encounter became a turning point, a story of power, control, and unexpected challenges. Even the most untouchable can fall, and sometimes, the quietest observer holds the most power. As she rebuilt her confidence, she carried the memory of that pin, a constant reminder that strength is multifaceted, and no one is invincible. As the dust settled from that unforgettable encounter, she realized that her untouchable persona had been nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion.